Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival is finally happening, and we just got some solid footage. This is not another asymmetrical horror party game. It's a full-blown, single-player survival horror game that leans into the franchise's brutal, surreal mythos. Original Pinhead actor Doug Bradley is back, Clive Barker's helping craft a story, and yes, there's a puzzle box, and it's probably gonna ruin your life. If you've ever wanted Silent Hill meets Event Horizon with extra chains and suffering, this one's dialed in. No release date yet, but it's in the works for PS5, Xbox Series X or S, and PC. Real horror, real Hellraiser.
You can only journey deeper into hell and witness the infinite terror within. The reckoning will be transcendent.
With being on camera, I could try and keep you out of it. Here it is. The only house we can afford. Let's have a look. Carbon monoxide. Or some kind of leak.
Yeah, but, I mean, you'd be feeling like this too.
Paranormal Activity Threshold feels like the kind of crossover horror fans dream about and dread at the same time. From Darkstone Digital, the twisted mind behind the mortuary assistant, this one turns the found footage paranoia of Paranormal Activity into a playable nightmare. You play a couple documenting their home renovation, only to find out the house has other tenants. It's first-person horror with rituals, possessions, and a procedural system called the Paranormal Engine that ensures no two hauntings are the same. And definitely more of the same suffocating dread that made the mortuary assistant so unforgettable. Coming up behind that, we have the Mound, Omen of Cthulhu, which is the next game from the developers behind the Xenoclash and Rock of Ages series, and this time around, it's all about co-op. Up to 4 players will team up as explorers in search of treasure, but they'll have to navigate a cursed jungle filled with monstrous, reality-bending creatures. The game is inspired by Lovecraft's tales, blurring the line between reality and hallucination, making trust and teamwork crucial for survival. If you were a fan of the old Left 4 Deads, Mound might become your next obsession when it lands mid-2026. Here's a new trailer. Now imagine if Death Stranding had a duet with Resident Evil Village. The result would be OD, Kojima's latest horror brainchild. Unreal Engine's metahuman tech makes the character's fear feel yours, as it's in first person and personal. Kojima actually teamed with Jordan Peele, so this isn't jump scares, this is atmosphere you can touch. Right now, all we have is the teaser knock, and it already feels like a nightmare that won't let go. The release date for OD is still unknown, and so far the game's exact theme is still a mystery, so keep it in mind. BrokenLore Don't Watch is coming in as one of the finest psychological horror games on the horizon. It's a first-person psychological horror game that explores the impact social media. This one's for the deep thinkers and the midnight dooms rollers. UNFOLLOW is raw, brooding horror dipped in psychological dread. It's not about jump scares. It's about that heavy, spiraling anxiety from existing online too long. You're Anne, trapped in this glitchy hellscape shaped by cyberbullying, body image trauma, and the hunger for approval. Every moment feels like scrolling through your own breakdown. Check it out. It's coming out next year.
But dreams end, and this doesn't.
Lost Lighthouse Games has revealed The Day I Will Die, a new first-person psychological horror, and the debut trailer already sets a chilling tone. The game takes place in a fog-soaked valley suspended somewhere outside time. As you explore, you begin recognizing fragments of your childhood, forests, bridges, places you thought you left behind. Those memories stir up old fears. The Day I Will Die promises a dynamic combat system with a wide range of weapons, letting you face these twisted memories head-on, where you'll eventually confront the darkest part of all, what you've carried within yourself into adulthood.
At the lake, ready for new adventures, new knowledge, and of course, late-night campfire ghost stories. Who knows? Maybe some of those stories will even come true.
Has been built on ashes.
Moving on to next, we've got Valor Mortis, a Souls-like with a fresh history. You play William, a soldier resurrected from his battlefield grave, now packing powers from substance. This alt-history 19th century Europe is cold, snowy, and full of undead just begging to get sliced. The combat's a mix of guns, swords, and special abilities called transmutations, making everything stylish. The environments are hauntingly detailed and the atmosphere is just drenched with dread. Valor Mortis is shaping up to be intense, bloody, and completely unmissable. This one definitely stands out.
This isn't war. This is damnation.
A Pacific submarine station has gone dark. Last report suggests miners dug too deep and may have uncovered something they weren't meant to find.
Cthulhu the Cosmic Abyss is definitely shaping up to be a real mindbender. Big Bad Wolf, the folks who did Vampire, The Masquerade, Swan Song, are back with something that's gonna mess with your head in all the best ways. It's set in H.P. Lovecraft's universe, so you already know it's gonna be dripping with that eerie vibe, where you play as a secret agent investigating disappearances in the middle of the Pacific. The whole vibe from the teaser is creepy as hell. Definitely one to keep on your radar if you're into that dark, atmospheric horror that doesn't rely on jump scares but just messes with your head. To where you are.
This is strange. It doesn't feel right.
Bringing me to where you are. 10 back in the extraction game, and this time it's bringing nightmares. Rules of engagement. The Gray State throws you into a haunted dimension where soldiers called Striders hunt artifacts while dodging both monsters and rival squads. It's Escape from Tarkov meets Silent Hill, a mix of sweaty PvP tension and PvE terror. Built by Aurora Studio of Ring of Elysium fame, it packs massive skill trees, 3 launch classes, and horror dripping from every firefight. The best part? It's completely free to play, with 0 pay-to-win junk. just cosmetics. Expect alpha tests early 2026 and full release later that year. Extraction Horror just got teeth. Below is a first-person Outlast-style horror descent launching in 2026, and it goes full nightmare mode under the Great Pyramid. You play as Alex, a young reporter who thinks investigating a mysteriously abandoned excavation will make him famous. Instead, he gets camcorder batteries, cramped tunnels, and the kind of darkness that feels hungry. With only night vision to guide you, you'll crawl through ancient tombs, dodge mummies, piece together the research team's final notes, and try not to panic whenever something moves behind you. It's found footage terror, claustrophobic hallways, and pure psychological dread.
The tower shines in the distance, and my eyes see only the summit.
BrokenLore. Ascend is the newest entry in the old psychological horror series, this time taking fear vertically. Renz and Yui, a duo of rooftop climbers chasing viral fame for their channel's Sky Limit, decide to scale the cursed Tokyo Tower, only to come face to face with Rokuro Kubi, a nightmarish yokai whose endlessly stretching neck is the least disturbing thing about it. As the climb intensifies, the creature twists itself into the pair's deepest insecurities, the fear of being forgotten, overlooked, or irrelevant. First-person horror returns with new climbing-focused mechanics that turn every ascent into a panic attack. BrokenLore, Ascend is in development for PS5 and PC.
One will be untouchable. He fears the tower. I crave it. The steel, the wind, the silence. It's as if we're really alive. Daring us to reach it faster, to climb higher, to never look back. And I won't stop until we touch the sky.
Surely in vain I've kept my heart pure.
House of Saturn drops you straight into early 1900s in 100 years later, found that you will be a safe escalating person's premium for 40 seconds longer. You're not here to study, you're here to exercise whatever crawled out of the walls, and trust me, it does not play by human rules. This thing phases through walls, hunts in silence, and loves catching you when your lantern's running low. Light puzzles guide you deeper into the school's forgotten halls, where a secret society's sins linger in every shadow. Keep your lantern fueled, stay quiet, and don't look back. House of Saturn blends psychological dread, occult mystery, and pure survival terror into one creeping nightmare.
Lay claim to heaven, and their tongues take possession of the earth.
This place has been buried for centuries. Today is our chance to discover what no one else has seen.
If Subnautica had a baby with Resident Evil, drowned it, and locked it in a sunken manor, that's Dark Mass. You play Alice, exploring a haunted underwater mansion while trying not to lose your mind to thalassophobia or whatever eldritch horrors Path Games crammed into every shadow. Puzzles, rituals, and something's watching you moments are everywhere, and the physics actually make you feel like drowning slowly while being streamed at by ancient evil. It's terrifying, oppressive, and yet I can't stop watching trailers. Perfect for anyone who enjoys being mildly traumatized in 3D. This is horror for people who hate themselves. Coming out to PC and consoles early next year.
What was that? I think I'm not alone down here.
Coming up behind that, it's a brand new game called Don't Fret. And it's basically what happens when Five Nights at Freddy's and Guitar Hero both have a mental breakdown. You play as a literal guitar named Fret. Yeah, an instrument, with trauma issues, stuck wandering haunted music halls hunted by nightmare mascots. It's part rhythm game, part hide-and-seek panic attack, wrapped in stylized visuals that feel more acid trip at band camp than horror cliché. The music's by Rocket Music, so the soundtrack slaps even while you're crying. It's weird, creative, and probably the only game where missing a note could mean getting murdered.
What are these things?
I don't know, Fred. Nobody does.
Oh, don't look so frightened, my boy. You've come to a rather difficult passage, I'm afraid. The object of your desire is just ahead. Oh, and Fred, she knows you're here. Now run along.
I've heard a lot of stories of musicians retreating away for a bit to get out of their element. And these guys come out of it having written the best music of their lives.
Project Songbird has been cooking for so long that I honestly thought it ascended into legend, like Bigfoot, but with better sound design. The new demo drops, and suddenly everyone's sprinting into the Appalachian woods like we're auditioning for a horror movie. This thing oozes atmosphere, fog, creepy cabins, music recording mechanics that make you feel like a tortured artist, or just tortured. It's cinematic, it's eerie, and it's shaping up to be one of the biggest horror experiences coming to mobile soon. Trust me, I've played everything, and this one has that, oh yeah, we're eating energy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome. I do hope that you descend went without complications.
Crathos Deep is what happens when Subnautica and Dead Space decide to get claustrophobic. You play as a xenobiologist exploring the caves of some alien planet until, surprise, it's not as empty as it looks. The deeper you go, the weirder it gets. Glowing mushrooms, ancient tech, and whispers that'll make you wish you stayed on the surface. There's stealth, survival, and oxygen management instead of guns blazing because, apparently, air is your real enemy here. Echo mapping and multiple endings, we think this game's shaping up to be one of those slow burn horrors that makes darkness feel too alive.
Your view of the world, things you'd like to dismiss or distance yourself from. If, or rather, when that happens, I must simply urge you to keep an open mind.
Liminal City is a grounded, exploration-driven psychological horror experience that drops you into the deceptively calm streets of Backrooms Level 11. Built in Unreal Engine 5 with ultra-realistic VHS visuals, every step feels unsettlingly real. You wander, observe, and try to stay calm, until reality folds and you're yanked into entirely different levels without warning. The game leans hard into analog horror, subtle anomalies, and the dread of never knowing what's watching you. Secret passages, shifting geometry, and distant hums turn simple exploration into paranoia. You may think you're alone, but Level 11 has eyes, and the longer you walk, the harder it is to tell whether you're escaping or being lured in. Don't Scream Together drops on December 3rd, and trust me, this is the kind of co-op horror that exposes which of your friends are built different and which ones crumble the second a twig snaps. This reimagined version takes the viral solo hit and turns it into a 4-player panic simulator where the only rule is simple: don't scream. Move through a pitch-black forest, manage batteries, whisper through proximity chat, and pray nobody sneezes, because even that can count as a scream. And if someone breaks, they come back as a hunter and chase you. Dynamic scares, chaos, betrayal, it's horror, but with the funniest jump scare fails you'll ever experience.
Scream. No, but somebody, why am I not running faster? Somebody please help. No, please not be behind me. Please don't be behind me. Oh no!
Creatures older than our stories, watching from the shadows.
Folklore Hunter finally leaves early access in January 2026, and honestly, it feels like the urban legend Avengers are assembling. This is co-op survival horror, where you and your squad drop into cursed villages, abandoned labs, and spooky forests to hunt creatures people usually only whisper about. Wendigo, Strigoi, Mothman, take your pick. You set traps, plant cameras, read creepy notes you regret touching, and try not to scream when something moves behind you. Every hunt mixes puzzles, tracking, and pure panic, and the full Steam Workshop support means the community is about to get wild. If you want monster hunting chaos with actual challenge, this is your next obsession. Folklore Hunter finally leaves early access in January 2026, and honestly, it feels like the urban legend Avengers are assembling. This is co-op survival horror, where you and your squad drop into cursed villages, abandoned labs, and spooky forests to hunt creatures people usually only whisper about. Wendigo, Strigoi, Mothman, take your pick. You set traps, plant cameras, read creepy notes you regret touching, and try not to scream when something moves behind you. Every hunt mixes puzzles, tracking, and pure panic, and the full Steam Workshop support means the community is about to get wild. If you want monster hunting chaos with actual challenge, this is your next obsession.